Hello everybody, how are you today? I hope you've had a good one. Welcome back to Friendship Shaving, and if you're new here, a very warm welcome indeed. I'm going to have a lucky dip shave today. I've got a lovely bag of samples and I'm going to just dip in and pick one out. Now these samples have been sent to me by very kind people over time, and I've just collected them in a bag, and every once in a while I go in and pick one out. Now these are the samples that I've never used, so whatever I pick out is going to be a new experience, and I've picked out Tallow and Steel Himalaya. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that out and pop it in my bowl. I'm going to be using my rubber set 3 today, so let's get a little bit organised here and pop that just in a drop of water. Oh, this smells gosh, I don't know what that smells of. Anyway, I'm going to pull some out of there. About that much, as you can see. It doesn't look very appetising on my finger. And I'm just going to squash that into the bottom of my bowl there. It's very late here. I thought I'd save my shave till late. I've been a little bit unwell today. I had to take myself off to bed this afternoon, and I've slept all afternoon. So while I don't feel so great now, I think I'm going to be awake most of the night. So I kept my shave until now. It is very late here, so let's load the brush. Now I've put the brush straight onto dry soap, which I don't normally do, and in fact straight away I need to add a drop of water to that and just let that sit for a moment. And while that is sitting, we'll have a lucky dip with the razor blade as well. I've got some in my Old Spice mug, and I'm just going to fumble around in here and pick one out. And actually, I'm not going to use that one. That's a Derby, and I'll explain why very shortly. Let's go with this one, whatever this is. This is I've got 2, so I'm going to go with that one. And it is a Lord Platinum Class razor blade. I don't think I've used one of these before. And I'm going to be using that in my Gillette Bar handled new, which has got a short comb, and I was asked to use this razor by a gentleman called Enrico quite a little while ago now, so it has taken me a little while to get around to this. So Enrico, I hope you're still watching, and I apologise for the delay. Now let's unwrap this blade. It is a single wrapped blade. And we'll just pop that straight in. Now hopefully that would have given this soap a little bit of time to soften up. God, that is a strange smell. I'm not sure about this one. It's quite floral. I'm going to have to look up what's in this when I leave the bathroom. There we are. Let's get this brush loaded. Now, as I say, I've not used this before, so it'll be interesting to see how it performs. And as I am a little under the weather, I'm just going to have a nice, relaxing shave. Although, to be honest, most of my shaves are nice and relaxing, and I kind of feel that's the way they should be. Now let's see what this goes on like. There you go, that's how I feel today, chaps. Now, it's smelling a little better as it goes on. It's still quite floral. I mean, there's something in there, I don't know what it is. It's quite a strong scent. For me, anyway, I'm finding it to be quite strong. I'm not sure that I've used a tallow and steel soap sample before. And I must admit, I love it when I get to use a sample. It's really good, and thanks to some very good people, I have been absolutely spoilt for choice with samples. And usually at some point in the week I'll just grab a sample out of this bag and use it up, and it's terrific. Now you can see this is lathering up very easily and very nicely. That will do for me. It's the first day of the World Cup today in Russia. I've watched a little bit of football this evening. Good to see the host nation winning. I suppose that depends upon who you support, but yeah, very entertaining. Now then, the reason I'm not using a derby is that I used one yesterday and it scragged me, and I find that I like a derby blade, but on the first use, the first time I ever use it, it just rips me to bits, and so I'm not going to use them anymore. Simple as that. I've decided, you know, I'm done with a derby, basically. You know, there are so many nice blades out there, I'm just not going to put up with it anymore. Do you know what? It's the last couple of days. It's been very nice to come back to a double-edged safety razor rather than my feather non-folding razor. They're a brilliant design, aren't they? Let's face it, they are just easy. This one's got a lovely 3-inch handle. It's just the perfect size for me. I quite like a 3.5-inch handle. But I've got to be honest and say, if it goes more than 3.5 inches, it's kind of, it loses some of that feel for me. I've also decided I'm going to try and cut down on my plastic use. Been reading a lot of articles lately, you know, about how the oceans are just, well, drowning in plastic, and it's not on, is it really? So one of the things I've decided to stop buying are the razor blades that come in a little plastic container. I've got one over here, got some Persona plates. You know the type of thing I mean. There are plenty of good blades out there that just come in a little cardboard box. Now, I know I can recycle that container. So for me, it's not such a big deal. But so much plastic just gets tossed away. Wow. That got me. Definitely got me. And I've just decided if I can do my little bit to cut down the amount of plastic that's in use, then it will all help. Goodness me, I was going to have a nice relaxing shave and I've just snagged myself. Maybe it's this razor. Maybe it just doesn't like me. Do you know, guys, I'm thinking about putting out a couple of extra videos recently, and they've come about because one of my subscribers, Ian, got in touch after watching my review of the Ever Ready 1912 razor, and he asked how many times I used the blade. Well, to be honest, I don't count. I usually just use a blade till it feels a bit rough and then throw it away. But he was saying that with a gem style single-edged blade, Chris from the YouTube channel Another Cut Above got 21 shaves with one blade. I mean, that is incredible, isn't it? 21 shaves. So, I've done the math. If you shaved every day, that would be 3 weeks with one razor blade. And if you work that out over the year, that would be 18 razor blades a year. So, you know, if we talk about traditional shaving methods and saving money, that is a money saver right there, isn't it? And imagine if you only shaved every other day. That would be, you know, 9 razor blades would see you through the whole year. And you'd even, you know, out of a packet of 10, you'd have 1 spare. Oh, boy, that stings. So I have a little selection of single-edged razor blades. I've got my Gem Heavy Flat Top. I've got a Gem Micromatic Open Comb. And I've got my Ever Ready Ambassador set and my Ever Ready 1912. So I think I'm going to just pick a single-edged razor blade and see how many shaves I can get from it. I need water on my face. It's very, very warm here tonight. Actually, talking about single-edged blades, I nearly forgot. I had a mail call this week. I'll just lather up my face and then I'll show you, because it's rather fantastic. I've been loaned a razor by a gentleman called Gordon up in Middlesbrough, in that area of the country, and he's lent me his Alumni Goose razor, and here it is, and this will be my next shave. And look at this, this is a beast, isn't it? All aluminium. I'm really looking forward to trying that, and he's even included a pack of the Feather Professional Super Blades. Now they are for a heavy growth, so goodness me, I'm looking forward to trying that. I'm also a little bit scared of those blades, but that'll be on my next shave and it's going to be terrific. So yeah, wonderful, wonderful mail call that came through, and a very kind gentleman indeed. Now this razor's a nice razor. Do you know, it has got a beautiful feel to it. It's perfectly balanced. I find this one to be a little bit aggressive. I know I've said that before, that the short combed version, which this is more aggressive than the long combed version. But I've been using this for a while now, and I just seem to get a really lovely shave off it. Cuts and nicks notwithstanding, of course. Do you know what I'm looking for? A decent cigar box to store my razors in. I've popped a picture up on a Facebook group. There's a cigar brand called Gillette Bar, and on their cigar boxes there is a picture of a oh, my brain's just leaked out my ears. There's a picture of a straight razor, sorry about that. And it looks rather good, and if it's the right size it would make, I think, a fantastic storage box for your razors. But I think they're from Cuba, so I don't know if there's much chance of me getting one of those boxes over here, but I think I'll keep my eye out for a couple of nice cigar boxes. And I just wondered what you store your, your razors in, assuming they don't come in a box. It's very warm tonight, and this leather's drying quickly. I did my video yesterday and I messed it up. I mean, that happens sometimes. I don't have the means to edit my videos or anything like that, so with me it very much is a case of what's that computer expression? What you see is what you get. I come in and do my video, and if it goes wrong I come back the next day and try again. It's quite a nasty little neck I've given myself there. I think I know what I did. I think I turned the razor and just the corner of the blade just went in under my skin. I'm sure that's what I did. It's easy done, isn't it? Now let's have a rinse with a drop of cold, just to see if that will further stem. Oh. Oh, there we go, excuse me. Disappearing out of sight. I'm alright, I've got a red towel. A red shirt as well, just to disguise any bleeds. There we are. Now I'm just going to I'm only going to be sat on the bed this evening, so I'm just going to use a very simple Nivea Men. Now, I have got very close. It's not the best shave I've ever had, but it is pretty good. And as usual, you know, by the time my skin calms down, it'll all be fine. Now, next week you'll see me shaving with the Illumi Goose that I've showed you. I'll see if I can get out another video before then with a single edged blade, and I'd just like to mention that I'm heading towards 1,000 subscribers, which is incredible, and I've been putting a few things by, so as all YouTubers seem to do when they reach 1,000 subscribers, which is a heck of a milestone. I think I will be having a giveaway when we get to that point, so something to look forward to perhaps. Anyway, that's my shave. I hope you have a really good day, and I hope you have happy shaves, and I hope you avoid a little cut. Be safe. Take care now. All the very best to you. You look after yourselves. See you soon.